Hi travellers, this is Shirley-Ann for the Tablelands Ukulele Group podcast, a podcast where we talk to people about travel and ukulele. Today, it's no surprise, my special guest via Zoom is Please introduce yourself.
Oh, I'm Alison. I'm part of the duo with Shirley-Ann.
The Jazzuleles!
That's right. Jazz hands.
It's a jazz hands. It's a jazz hands. Just in case you missed that, it's Alison. Alison's Garden, my best music buddy from our little ukulele duo, the Jazzuleles. How you going, mate?
I'm very well, thank you. How about you?
I'm all right. Yes.
You good?
Sorry, our big day. We had a big day yesterday, didn't we?
We did.
Yes, we had a big day doing little a project which is hush hush. But that's what happens with us in our little ukulele duo. Don't we just end up doing all sorts of funny odd things, my friend?
We do.
Whose fault is that?
Yours. Oh, I pointed the wrong way.
You pointed at yourself.
It's all your fault. I have nothing to do with it. I'm the no girl.
I know nothing. Okay, all right. So here we are. Alison, where are you from? I mean, I know that we live in Cairns, but where are you from?
I'm actually from Cairns. Born and bred in Cairns. Yeah, I went to school here. The whole bit, the whole shebang. The family's been here forever. I did shift away to grow a bit with hubby. We shifted away for 6 years, but then we raised our family back here. So back in Cairns.
Okay, fantastic. So you went away for a little bit. Did you go somewhere good? Where'd you go?
Got to watch what I say here. We did go to the Gold Coast. My husband played professional sport. So we went to the Gold Coast, although we did live just over the border in Kirra. It was a great place to live. But if we caught on fire, and our front gate was the Queensland Fire Department, but they couldn't put us out because we were in New South Wales. Bit of trivia for you. And then we shifted up to Townsville. And if you've lived in Cairns most of your life, it's a place to hate. It's the rivalry between Cairns and Townsville. So we lived there, and we had the only little oasis in Condon because my husband can't stand brown grass. So we had green. We had green everywhere. So we survived our 3 years in Townsville.
Well,
and back here.
About green grass, which we wrote a song about and recorded at one stage. You've got a beautiful garden. You're a great gardener, aren't you, Alison?
Well, I'm not great. I'm a lazy gardener. I try and source weeds because I have a lot of herbs. So I try and get the ones that can grow in this hot, humid condition. Yeah. So I'm lazy, but I like a nice garden.
Yeah, she's got a beautiful garden, just FYI. Yes. Okay, well, this is the Travellers Ukulele Gig Guide podcast where we talk about travel and ukulele. You're a bit of a traveller, aren't you, Alison?
Yeah. We love travel. We love travel and food.
Oh, yes, two of my favorite things. And even though I am not as fit as you all to go traveling, I do munch my way across the globe wherever we tend to go. But tell us five great places you've holidayed, visited in your time.
Well, the top one for us as a family, we went to the Arctic Circle in Finland, and we went to a little place called Inari, where we could just lay outside our motel room in the creek area and watch the Northern Lights. So that was a huge bucket list tick. So we had a white Christmas, met Santa Claus, and even helped Santa Claus' car to get moving again, his sleigh. So that was our pick. We also loved Budapest, and one of the ukulele players, Lisa, has just been there from over in New Zealand. So we really loved Budapest. We spent 6 lovely nights there. Český Krumlov in the Czech Republic was like Disneyland. The other band, a former band that I used to play in, a pipe band, one of the drummer's wives is a travel agent, and we said we wanted to go to so many countries, and she chucked that one in there and fought me and said, no, that's it. You're definitely going. You're definitely going. You're spending 2 nights there. So that's what we did. And funnily enough, my husband set his shirt on fire over there, trying to dry it on the top of the lamp, which you're not supposed to do. So, yep, Chesky Kromlov. How many am I up to? 3?
Three.
South Korea. I'd be back there in a shot. Loved it. Loved Busan and loved it. And actually another one that I didn't think I'd like as much was Siem Reap in Cambodia. I really liked that. The heat is bad like here, but yeah, I really liked it. So that's 5. There's many more, but 5. Oh, no, I forgot Ketchikan in Alaska. Loved it.
What was so good about Ketchikan?
It's the totem pole place, and I've got a fascination for totem poles and all things that are ugly and carved, and the uglier they are, the more I love them. So yeah, that was beautiful.
Now you've just dropped a few hints around some of our ukulele history, I think, because did we not produce a ukulele instrumental song called Inari?
Yes, we did. Oh, I should have said another one. Santorini.
Isn't that
I'm looking at the yeah, that's it, because I'm looking at the wall plaques that I bought from there that you fell in love with.
Yeah.
And that's why, that was another one. My goodness, you should have given me 10. Anyway.
Yeah, I should have given you 10. Well, you've already got 7. Do 3 more, then you can have 10.
Okay. All right, Prague. Really loved Prague.
What's good about Prague?
Yeah, really loved Prague. And Pitlochry is my favourite little place in Scotland. Absolute dreamboat place over there in Scotland. And how many am I up to?
9.
Is that 9? 9?
One more, lucky last.
Launceston.
Oh.
Love Launceston. Really loved it. Got 2 rings there, lots of memories in Launceston. I think sometimes it's about the memories too, what you do. And sometimes if you go back there again, you're disappointed the second time because the first time was so good, or the people you were with or whatever. But anyway, there's many more, but 10. See, who would have thought?
Right. Who would have thought? Let's quickly go through them again.
Can you goodness, I can't remember.
No, I can't. Inari.
We won't do that.
No, we won't.
Alzheimer's.
Yeah. We're elderly. Well, that's fantastic. And it inspired some creative work in us. So in you, really. Well, I wrote Santorini Wall based off the stories that you told. And you wrote Inari, which was very beautiful piece of ukulele music. But tell me this. You said you were in another band. Yeah. And it was a pipe band. What's that story all about?
Yeah. My father used to play the violin, and so they made me, well, they didn't make me, but I learned the violin as a child growing up, and I didn't like the orchestral things, but it gave me a very good grounding with music. So then I stopped playing all music as soon as I was able to. At the end of grade 12, no music, loved it. So then I was around about 22, and my father said, you should be doing music, blah, blah. And he said, why don't you learn the bagpipes? And I said, why on earth would I want to do that? Because we'd grown up with them. My father always played in a pipe band, and it was a big part of our life. So he dangled the carrot, which he knew would make me play it. And he said, you'll never play the pipes as long as your bum points to the ground. So, of course, he gave me the challenge. So I learned that. So then I fell pregnant, had children, everything stopped again. So many years later, I think I started playing at Anzac Day in the year 2000 to 2010. So within that time, a Scottish fellow came that loved playing different music, not just the bagpipes. So he made a competition band for pipe band. And unfortunately with pipe band, because it's very niche, I seem to have a thing for niche things. Every time we'd have to travel to compete in Sydney or Melbourne, it'd be Easter or some major holiday where the airfares and the accommodation would be immense. So we had to form a concert band. So because I played the violin, that was bought out. Then I had to do the mandolin, and then there was 4 of us that sort of could sing, so we were all thrown into that because there was 17 of us, and it's a big logistical nightmare to get us anywhere. So anyway, it used to be very colourful if you ever watched it. So we used to do a 2-hour show, but then we morphed it down to the more musical people that really could play hard things. So we got it down to 6 and then down to 5 of us, and we loved it. But of course, it was always travel. None of us lived in the same town. So we'd have to learn by us. Why Zoom was so easy for me, because you'd have to learn the music at home, get together, and on that day when you get together, you'd rehearse for 5 hours or 7 hours, and then you'd play a gig that night, and then you'd rehearse again the next day, and then you'd go home, drive usually 5 or 6 hours. So it was a bit hectic. So it was fun and everything like that, but it was very hard work. You know what I mean? So yes. yeah. So that was why on my bucket list I had playing another group, that's easier. That's not so not so strenuous.
Hey, speaking about bucket lists,
you
have a bucket list?
I do. I went to a conference in Perth for a business conference, I don't know, about 7 odd years ago. And my husband and I just finished the conference. He wasn't at the conference, but of course we wanted to go down to Margaret River. So on the drive between Perth and Margaret River, I'd listened to all these inspirational speakers about how to do a bucket list. So I did the 100. And I actually just looked through it. And I have, how many did I say I ticked off? I think I've ticked off 10 playing the ukulele with you.
Yay!
Yeah. Every time you have a harebrained scheme, I say, and you say, "Oh, are you okay with this?" I say, "Yeah, I've ticked something off my bucket list." And you always go,
"Unbelievable!" Read out the 10, will you? Will you read out the 10? Because
I think it's 10.
Because they're in different sections, aren't they? They've got you've got different sections.
They are
criteria.
Yeah, So forgive me if I forget them, because I've written some of them down. But one of them was play overseas, and that was practically our 3rd gig. Or no, maybe not that, maybe a couple more. But yeah, I was only a beginner when we went over to New Zealand. Beginner on the ukulele, not beginner with music, but beginner with the ukulele. So where did we go? To the Guff, Geraldine.
Yeah, Geraldine.
Yeah, so that was one. One was play Anzac Days, because I'd done 10 Anzac Days on bagpipes. And so one was play another Anzac Day. So we did that with Vic, and we went to Elephant Rock at the Gold Coast, didn't we?
Gold Coast, and that was playing.
Yeah.
What was it called? The
Currumbin.
The Imago Express. Yes, and we played Anzac Day, and it was televised across the country. It was a bit of a big thing, but it was just a lovely experience. Yeah, to be Elephant Rock.
That's it. So another one was sing in a choir. It didn't mean practice with a choir. It just said sing in a choir. Yes. So I've ticked that off a couple of times. Yes. One was just...
I quietly can say the harebrained scheme that we had yesterday that got us to tick off that one was that we were part of a big choir experience yesterday.
That's it.
Yeah. So that's good.
It.
What else?
So one was just enjoy music, because I never enjoyed music as a child. Never enjoyed it. It was more of I think Mum, that's why I ended up a bit chubby there at one stage, because Mum would have to force me with like caramel tarts or whatever. So I never really enjoyed it. The pipe band thing, it's hard work. It's a hard instrument to play. And when you live in the tropics and wear wool, if you know, I go red sitting in 25-degree heat. I just get really red. So that was physically hard. So, and also to be able to violin, you can't sing and play at the same time to enjoy yourself. So it was just enjoy music. So that's number 4. What was the other one? Playing another group. So at that stage, we hadn't met each other. So there you go. So I'm playing in a group. Be more social. I tick that.
Because I'm dragging you around the country wherever we go. Terrible.
Yeah, that's right. Making me be social. To teach musical joy.
Oh, yeah. We're ticking off that one.
That's it. Playing a group to more than 20 people, meaning I didn't want to play to just 2 people. You know what I mean? So I think we've ticked that off. We've ticked that off there. A successful musical experience each year. And we definitely ticked that off. We have some interesting things that we do every year.
We do.
So,
and I mean, we don't just arrive at it because it doesn't just come on a silver platter. We sort of look around and we think, we find opportunities, we reach out and then we, and we're not really afraid. But that's you. You say, I say, look at this crazy thing. What about it? And you go, yeah, let's do it. And so once we've got that combination, I find we can go off and do just about anything within our.
We bolster up each other.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
Perfect. High five screen, my buddy. Hey, I'm high fiving you. You leave me hanging.
I'm trying to find you. There you go.
All
right, where are we up to? Build a happy music place where I can encourage people to play.
Oh.
So that was, I don't know where that came from, but there you go. I must have been very deep and meaningful this day.
Wow, that's a really intense one, but we totally are doing that.
Yeah, so we've ticked that off. And yeah, and go to a festival overseas, which we ticked straight off. It was play overseas, but I think go to a festival overseas. We've been to 2, and Tiano was to go to it, be absorbed into it, as well as play. You know what I mean? Yeah. So Geraldine was play overseas, I think the first one, but go to a festival because we enjoyed that. We had a holiday, as well.
Yeah. Did you have you put down the one? Did you mention one? Have fun playing music? Is that your first one?
No, it was just enjoy music. Okay. Enjoy music. To me, that means fun. Because what's our motto? If it's not fun, we don't do it.
We don't do it. No stress. No, we don't. No. We don't want stress. And what about the one where you wanted to sing more?
Yeah, well, I didn't actually see that. I gave up. I went and I don't know where I got to, but there was a lot to sing more. Yeah, there was to sing more. Maybe I changed it and put something else.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but sing as a backing. See, I don't like I never sing melody, so it's perfect match.
I remember
you love to sing melody.
Because I've got terrible harmonizing ear nowadays. But as I remember it, it was to sing harmony with somebody or in a duo or something. And I thought to myself, well, that sounds like us.
Yeah.
So how did we meet, come to think of it? Because we're ticking off all these things. We just didn't happen. Did we just happen across each other somewhere? I think we did.
It was date night, remember? I came to someone, who was it? A friend, Jackie, that's right. She said, come along and we'll go to ukulele nights. Good fun. She gave me a ukulele to plonk along with, one of the cheap ones that you get to. And we got there and my husband came along as well. So at that stage, I'd just closed my mum's shop and I was burnt out, didn't want to do anything. I'd finished in the other band that I was always traveling up and down the coast, always, it was just a hectic lifestyle. Stopped and I said, I want to do more community. I want to get out there and, go and help raise money somewhere. So my husband knew that. So we sat down, had it, and then you were up throwing chocolates at everybody on the main stage. And Jackie was trying to sit on a hand. So neither of us wanted to get up and sing. And you said, does anybody want to come along and sing at the airport for a fundraiser? And that's when my husband stuck his hand up. And then you said, right, everyone meet on a Sunday, blah, 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 blah. And then I think I sat next to you and turned the page.
Yeah.
That's it. And then when we went there.
Yeah.
Sorry, you go.
That was it. You came to the rehearsal and we got on. Yeah,
you asked me to come back and have a coffee after the airport gig.
Yes, that's exactly right.
Because remember, I was on the.
Yeah, you played because you were very quiet. You just pretended you were. So we did a Daffodil Day, wasn't it? Daffodil Day. We fundraised for funds for the Cancer Council, and we made like $2,800 in. I don't know, 3 hours or something, because we were in the arrivals lounge. So all the Japanese were coming off their morning flights to a gaggle of ukulele players in the arrivals lounge, adorned in front of a big table with little teddy bears on chains and daffodils. And so we sold all our stock. The council girl was really, really pleased. And you were fiddling around with all the stock, and then you helped with the music. And then I said to everybody, okay, well, let's go back and have lunch. But nobody came except our friend Doon and yourself.
Yeah.
So after
and you asked me to sing with you up at the Tablelands Festival.
Yeah.
And I said, I can't just sing. I can't sing. And then you said, yeah, come along. It'll be good. So then I remember I had to learn the shaker, and I didn't have a long enough arm, remember?
Yes, I remember.
To make the noise I wanted to. You feel if you've been an instrumentalist all the time, like I've always played instruments, and then to have nothing in your hands, you feel like a bit of a, don't know, show pony. I don't know. It just didn't feel right for me.
Yeah, I didn't know anything about you because you hadn't really shared anything about yourself. But then we did that, and then was it the gallery gig after that? November, it would have been. Yeah. So it would have been Yungaburra first, a folk festival. So I said, hey, I've got to do this thing. Will you come with me? So I got a couple of gigs at the Yungaburra first Tablelands Folk Festival. So I dragged you up. You came along? No, and absolutely no problem. Sure, I'll come along. Yeah, I'll sing. Yeah, I'll do that. So that's the sort of person you can work with. And then I said, I've got to do this thing. Will you come along with me? So she said, sure. And so we went to a gallery opening.
Yeah, my husband bought a painting. It's always been expensive. Yeah. I had a ukulele, but remember when we played it together, it sounded terrible. Yes. So then I had to buy one.
Yeah, that's exactly right. But how did you learn to play ukulele?
Not easily. Because you weren't here. You left for New Zealand. And remember, you left me a song. I can't remember what it was. And you said, yeah, this is Alison's bit. And so I listened to it and I thought, that's Alison's bit. That's the, the tinkly bit in the middle.
And here's
remember, just plucking, because being violin, I didn't know you did any different. So I had no idea. So I just played lots of wrong notes and to find my little bit. But yep, I had no idea. Didn't know how to strum, didn't know how to do anything.
So nothing. You taught yourself virtually.
Yeah. I just wanted to get a sound. So it's not what you'd probably recommend how to do it, but that's how I do it. And if it sounds good, do it.
That's right. So I do think that we sound different from other people, but the sound and the whole thing, our whole thing works for us. And that's the point of it, isn't it? You just got to find, and you've said this to me, you tell me everything, but you said you've just got to find your own sonic space. We've got to find our own space in our work.
We don't want to play the same thing. Not two of us.
We don't play the same thing. No. And we have Beat Buddy. Yeah. And that's not some people don't like the sound of the drum machine, but we use it to our benefit. It suits us and our music because we like to play reggae and we like to play a bit of bossa nova with a little bit of backing. And it's hard to get big sound out of two ukuleles and two female.
Exactly right.
It's hard.
And also different sound. You just sometimes you hear someone that plays for 2 hours and they're just on a guitar and you can't mix up your sound. I mean, you can mix up a little bit, but not for 2 hours. And if people are having a meal or a few drinks, they don't just want to hear the same old. Plus, I'd be asleep after 3 songs. I've got a very short attention span. So that's why we bought it. Again, it was just for us to make us enjoy it. And it's all about our enjoyment. And if we enjoy it, hopefully everybody else will.
Well, that's exactly right.
And you know what?
It's for being authentic.
Yeah.
And the thing is, like, the other option is to have a big lot of instruments that you take around with you. And
I did that.
No.
I did that. And it's the effort.
The effort.
Yeah, especially when a string breaks.
Yes, we keep it light. We travel. We have one ukulele each. We have our speaker. We have a very light kit. We've got our leads. We've we've got our little beat buddy, and we've got our good friend Was. Yes, he's good. He's a good mate of ours as well.
Yes,
And
was.
so, and we have a performance out of that. Yes.
Yeah. So luckily I had all that training with going up and down the coast with 3 instruments every time and all the gear that went with it. So we really honed our skill.
Absolutely, absolutely. So that was to my benefit. Lucky me. I just sort of fell into it by throwing chocolates at people randomly at a ukulele club in town and asking for some help with a fundraising effort for cancer research. And look what I got. See, this is what I always say, travellers. You never know what you're going to get when you ask. You
It's
never
like a box of chocolates.
That's right. Okay, my friend. Well, we're nearly at the end of our conversation, so let's tick off a few other boxes. What's your favourite song to play on ukulele?
To play on ukulele. Oh, I can't remember the names of things.
No.
There's something that I tinkle around with.
Jump.
No idea what.
No.
Oh goodness me! I haven't played that in a while. That's good. If I can get anyone to play with me, but you don't play with me with that.
We'll play.
Yeah, you should. I like playing I'm Free.
And I don't even know why I was that. I do it just because you're my friend, and it's it's our first song that we wrote and our first song that we released. But I don't know. I just can't quite get there with it.
I love it because I don't have to sing.
Come on.
I think I've got to say 3 words. That's my type of song.
All the powers in the fingering.
Oh, and the oohs. I'm very good at ooh.
And the egg.
And the
Okay, well, here we are at the Travellers Ukulele Gig Guide podcast. Well, we're not part of a group. Normally I ask about the group jams that we play, but we're not part of a group per se. I go down to the local in my neighbourhood, Holloways Beach, which is CHUGS. Cairns, Holloways Beach Ukulele Group at Straight on the Beach, which is a great club, Travellers. It meets on a Wednesday night at 6:30 p.m. But you know what? Tables are scarce, so get there at 5:30 so you can get a drink and a meal before you can have 2 hours of jamming. Then there's Far Northern Ukes, FNUkes. They're a fabulous group. They're about 40 or 50 people. They meet on a Tuesday morning at 9:30 till 11:30, and then they have a lovely social brunch, morning tea brunch afterwards, and they play senior citizens' home, the old people's homes. Yeah, every week. I think last year they did something like 108 gigs. How amazing is that?
Fabulous.
Sustained effort. And then, there are other little groups around. There's Rainforest Ukulele. They meet at a shopping centre on Wednesday morning. And then there's our Babinda Ukulele Group, but we'll be talking to them a little bit later on. So even though we're not part of a group, we're part of the ukulele community, aren't we, Al?
Sure are.
Well, we do lots of different things, and that's because we plan for some things. I mean, we do take up different opportunities, but we do set ourselves some goals. What's one goal that we had that got busted up by COVID, but is coming true for us in 2024?
We are going to Hawaii. Aloha. Oh, I can't wait.
I can't wait either.
I think we'll come back on heavier.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We'll be going over there and doing some podcasting stuff, but we are going on a, what do we call it going on? Artistic break.
I think we're going to, it should be called immersion. Immerse yourself.
Artistic immersion.
Something like that.
I love it.
Indulgence. Yeah.
Yes, that's exactly right. We're just going to go and see a whole bunch of stuff and do a whole lot of stuff and sing a whole lot of stuff. Boy, I'm practicing my fingers at getting it pretty good. So that's a lovely goal. All right, my friend. Well, our conversation is nearly at the end. Do you have one piece of ukulele gold to give to the travellers before we finish up today? So,
Enjoy yourself. Enjoy yourself. If you're unsure, play soft and sing loudly.
yeah.
Or the opposite way around. If you don't know the lyrics like I do, play. And don't ever say you can't do it. How many have I just given you? Always just give it a shot.
Yes.
And whatever you do, do it confidently. If you're going to play a wrong note, get it out there.
Yeah, it's fantastic. All right, my friends. Well, thank you. It's great. It's been a highlight of my life. Stumbling across you, bonking in the head with a chocolate, and embarking on our crazy ukulele journey. It's been fabulous, and travellers, I hope if you are in Cairns that you will reach out to us through our Facebook page, which is the Jazzuleles, or you can find us on the jazzuleles.com and stalk us a little bit, I suppose. You can find out where we're going and what we're doing. And we've got some things, oh boy, have we got some things lined up next year. Yes. So hopefully we'll be able to see you somewhere out west, or somewhere in the north, or somewhere overseas, or somewhere in Hollywood. So anyway, folks, Merry Christmas, happy travels, safe travels, and safe ukulele playing to you and your family. Is that what I was?
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
I think that's what you want to say. Ho, ho, ho.
Ho, ho, ho. Ho, ho, ho. All right, this is Shirley-Ann and Alison for the Travellers Ukulele Gig Guide. We are the Jazzuleles, and we say Merry Christmas and ho, ho, ho to you. Take care, everybody. Aloha.
Thanks for listening, travellers. Don't forget to subscribe, follow, or click notifications on your preferred platform so you don't miss a yarn. We're posting a new episode every Wednesday morning because it's a great hump day, pick-me-up kind of a podcast. Thanks for listening. This is Shirley-Ann. Aloha.